Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time and locations. You'll be watching this video. Yes, my dear viewers, I am back again with another update. So guys, I have a video here I would like we all to watch. But before then, if you're meeting my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please kindly do well to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your thought on the comment section. Let us know what you think about this video, and I will see you towards the end.
The Deputy Dean, School of Communications at Bayes University in Abuja joins us in the studio to look at these issues. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.
Thank you for having me. School of Postgraduate Studies.
Yes, School of Postgraduate Studies. Thank you for joining us. We're beginning to look at where to start from tonight.
Yeah, quite a number of things.
Yes, okay. Shall we begin with Adamawa?
Okay.
Starting from Adamawa, the women are beginning to say, it's like the third time that a woman is getting challenged after the results are being announced, in an election like this. You look at that, and then you want to look at Kogi State as well. So what do you make of the situation? Are they making it a traditional issue, or how do we merge, how do they marry or find a happy medium between their tradition and their political exposure like this?
Well, I think what is happening in Adama is not particularly different from what happened in Enugu and Abia, for instance. But Adamawa case is peculiar because we now have a woman who wants to make history, and because of that, sentiments are high. There are interesting concerns, for her. She's enjoying quite a number of goodwill. She's about to make history. All eyes are on Adamawa, even the international community. Everybody seems to be focusing on Adamawa and wishing her well. But against that background, you now find an opposition that is also very strong. A sitting opposition for that matter that is very, very strong. Not just in terms of the difficulty, sitting incumbents in this country, but somebody who is actually doing well at the polls as well. There are arguments, reasonable arguments in circles that if the election were to be declared today, the incumbent person will probably win. But I think INEC is trying to be careful. They want to be very exhaustive, pulling through all the processes, and of course, trying to tidy up the outstanding voting result in Fufure, before they come to a final conclusion. So I think in the circumstance, we should actually commend INEC for trying to be painstaking, so that at the end of the day, nobody will once more be critical of the actions in Adamawa. But do not forget that if we all somehow, if we're not careful, many of us will be biased in Adamawa. We want a particular candidate to win. Of course, we know the reason why. But again, the process has to be privileged. It shouldn't be at the expense of the process. That's why Adamawa is peculiar, and that's why we need to keep, an extra eye, maybe an eagle eye on what transpires in the place, just to be sure that it is salutary and speak and span if you want.
Well, you've just said it honestly, because there is a process to these things. It's not about we women wanting a female governor in any state in the nation, but the fact that it has to be the people that vote and decide who wins. But I want to talk about the DSS and this warning that they have issued today. And of course, this warnings, if you read the complete statement, it's talking about certain groups and individuals who, according to them, is fermenting trouble. And one wonders, why would anyone be even fermenting trouble when there's litigations ongoing, especially for those who feel like for the presidential election they've But my question to you is right now is, the DSS, those strong words of, they wouldn't let anyone take laws into their hands and, cause anarchy within the nation. Where does the freedom of speech start and where does it end?
Well, I think that's a very important development from DSS anyway, because they have that responsibility, to rein in cautious citizens when they seem to be going overboard, to go in ultra vires, because peace is a very fragile thing. Yes, we have a right to protest in a democracy, but at the same time, every freedom, comes with some level of responsibility. There's a limit to everything, and of course, you'll be told by attorneys, that you're right, the right to swing your hand as much as you want stops when that swing of hand will hit my nose, and of course we are seeing those tendencies. But like I said sometimes yesterday, what we need really is to maybe grow our level of tolerance, realizing that one of the key elements of democracy is free speech. Beyond the rights to life, the other one is right to be expressive. But again, we are making the point that that right to be expressive, has to come with some level of responsibility. We need to be moderated, we need to be guided in what we say. But in saying that we have to be guided, Amaka, we also have to be mindful of how we receive the things that people say. The way you receive what people say may either give heavy weights or otherwise to what the person is saying. You can come with something that is probably weighty, and I may discountenance it in my mindset and probably not react to it in the way you were expecting. And doing that will dissolve the supposed weight of what you have said. All these things are supposed to be learned in a democracy, and we see it happening, in other climes, But in our own case, finally, in our own case is that we now have a process, constitutional process after election, judiciary, if you are aggrieved. Why are we impatient to follow that process? Why are we thinking that we can take laws into our hand? Why are we calling on some other forms of government in a situation where we know that that's a complete deviation from what the book says, So that's where the danger is, and that's why I think the DSS is calling on citizens to be very, very careful with protestations, and with agitations, irrespective of
especially even the DSS. We even see the police and other security agents also warn. But the question is, are they doing enough really to enlighten the citizens about, other alternatives that are available? Some just feel, oh, my candidate didn't win, I feel like the next move is to jump into the streets.
Well, it's even before election, we've always said it that sensitization, awareness creation shouldn't just be left for INEC alone or for the security agencies. The political parties are also supposed to be involved, And even in the post-election stage, the onus is also on them to calm frayed nerves, And we have said it that when election is very hotly contested like that, you expect a post-election tension, and that's what we're going through now. But what needs to happen is for nerves, to be calmed in the interests of peace and tranquility, because we need to remember that beyond the politics of the climb, we also need to focus on the economics. There are other sectors that are suffering on account of our over-concentration on this transition process that is going on, and we need to get this done with as quickly as possible so that we can concentrate on other structures, other sectors of the system. The economics particularly, which is ordinarily on a test speed and is suffering on account of our over-concentration on politics, and all the things that it comes with, realizing that it comes with anxiety, it comes with emotion, and can be very, very distracting.
Okay, amazing. We'll come back to that, other sectors of the economy that should be looked into so we don't get carried away by this transition. Now, Senator Ishaku Abo is asking INEC to review the election proceedings before Tuesday, 28th March. Now, and that's in accordance with Section 65 of the Electoral Act as amended. Okay. Now, I also understand that some people are calling for that section to be expunged. So how do we? Section 65 of the Electoral Act. Now, so how do we marry this demand of Senator Ishaku Abo with the demands of those asking for it to be expunged?
Well, I thought that Senator has left APC. Is it back there now? I mean, I'm just sort of, but I think agitation for us to retain sections shouldn't come in the thick of the exercise. It should come either after or before. And politicians are often in the habit of making demands that suit them, as and when due, But yeah, no matter how genuine or reasonable his call is, I think this is probably not the time, because it seems to be the same.
No, he's asking that INEC review the proceedings, the election proceedings. Whereas I understand also, I went through it, the section says that should come like 7 days after the election results have been announced. So why is he now making a fuss about it so late?
it's unfortunate. Maybe that it looks like you'll be in the best position to respond. But I
when
think
an
that
announcement is made,
because
7
I
days
also
after an
there, the
announcement
tribunal,
is made,
the tribunal is there.
It's okay.
And I remember I think chairman saying in the heat of the presidential election that he will look at some things when opposition parties were complaining. You know, yeah, he didn't get to look at it eventually because I'm not sure there was any comprehensive report prepared for him to look at. You know, I'm not sure now, and that's why the opposition parties have gone to court. You know, what's wrong with that senator you just mentioned going to court too? The tribunal is there, and of course, if you're not satisfied, the Supreme Court is also there.
Absolutely.
That's a legitimate process for us to ventilate our frustrations, our disappointments. You know, there's no reason trying to go beyond those corridors. You know, for the expression
the
of our
judiciary at the end of the
disappointments.
day is the hope of the common man.
Absolutely.
To answer your question, yes,
Yeah.
a court did sack Senator Abo from contesting the APC senatorial, contest, but of course he did come out and say no, he's still the candidate. But
Okay.
Abiodun Adeli, for helping us unpack all of these stories, we say thank you.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this video? Please kindly leave your thought on the comment section, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye for now.